I'm gonna follow him. I haven't got a fucking clue where I'm going, so let's do it. I haven't ridden this bike all that much yet. It's fairly new to me, fairly new, so I'm taking it easy whilst he knows exactly what he's doing. Needs new tyres actually, really needs new tyres, because to say the least these are rather low. Thank you, kind sir. So yeah, P&H motorcycles, apparently it's quite good. Apparently there's quite a lot there in terms of motorcycles and motorcycle accessories and gear, which is lovely. We do like to browse in the shopping windows. It's nice riding in a group, or in a pair. Like, I rarely ever ride in a pair. Like, I haven't really got many friends. Well, I sound like a right loner there. Haven't got many friends that ride motorcycles, should specify. No, I haven't got many friends that ride motorcycles, so I tend to ride solo, riding solo. I'm desperately hoping that at some stage we will be able to stop off for some food, because to say the least I am absolutely starving. I was up at 8:30 this morning, which is early for me. I'm not accustomed to getting up any time before 11. I'm hoping we're going to stop for food. I don't really care what I eat as long as I get something inside me, and I'm not talking about the Brighton special. Yes, there's Mr. Rampant Rider in front, giving it a bit of a wiggle, a bit of a booty shaking. Shoreham Staining Henfield Horsham. Okay. Apparently we're going the long way to P&H motorcycles. I haven't got a problem with that. It's just I wouldn't say it's the best weather for a leisure ride, or any sort of ride at that matter. But I'm sure it'll suffice. It'll do. It'll be super fun, I'm sure. Oh, and we have a corner coming up that I don't know how to take. On a bike that hasn't got tyres that are ready for this. And that's the tightest corner I've taken so far on this bike at this speed. I sound like a pussy, but when I'm saying the tyres are not made for this, I really mean the tyres are not made for this. I mean, obviously the tyres are made for this, but I've not got enough on them to do this. So, we shall see. And I can't see shit out my visor again. Oh, I am very in the wrong gear. Oh, where's he? Oh, for fuck's sake. Now I've got to try and catch up. Not this a race or anything. Just, if he goes off again, I am lost. I don't know where I'm going. Oh. So a little bit about myself. I lived in Essex for a little while, 7 or 8 years. Then, yeah, I was working at Tesco's, having a whale of a time. Hang on, one sec, be right back. So yeah, working at Tesco's, having a real nice time. ... Then came the girlfriend. Love her dearly, love her dearly. What the fuck? We're riding through frickin' Chernobyl over here. Whatever. Then came the girlfriend, and we actually met when I was at Tesco's working, and we met through a friend. It's always the way. And yeah, so we got talking. We actually met because she said that she was going to uni, and I said, oh, I'm also going to uni. And she said, oh my god, where are you going? No, I said, oh my god, where are you going? And she said, Canterbury, and I'm going Canterbury. And so I threw my hands up in the air, shouted hallelujah. This gorgeous girl is now going to the same place as me. She's going to have no choice but to befriend me, which is nice, because if they did have a choice, the likelihood of a girl befriending me is slim to none. Not that I am not admirable, however, I am a bit of a gorm, so I moved down to Canterbury with the girlfriend, started my course, having a nice time, it's a good time. Got this GSXR last Thursday, so we're literally talking, what is that, 3 days. I've had this 3 days, coming from an ER5. Not out of choice, out of necessity more than anything, purely because I kind of blew up my previous Gixxer 750, which wasn't the best of ideas. Got the ER5 as a little commuter bike to get me to and from work, just until I could afford something better. Then uni came along and kind of put a pipe in the works. However, before moving to uni, a little while ago, I got knocked off of my ER5 by an uninsured, well not an uninsured, an unknown driver. He hit me in the back as I was turning left, sent me skidding down the road and he drove off. So that sucked. The bike was a bit ruined, spent quite a bit of money on getting that fixed, but got it fixed in the end, had a bike still, had a medical examination which came back saying that I was effectively owed the best end of £3,000, which is nice. So with that money I figured, you know what, I'm going to treat myself, get rid of the ER5, well it blew up, but get rid of the ER5, get a nice bike and have a nice time whilst I'm at uni. The girlfriend was more, why aren't we going on holiday, why aren't we doing this, why aren't we doing that, but I know she really wanted me to get the bike. You can tell when they've got that look of rage in their eyes that you're saying that you're going to get another bike. You know, when you say, honey, I'm going to buy a GSXR 600, and she looks at you with that hate-filled rage, the look of death, the look of I am going to murder you unless you take me out for a steak dinner at a swanky restaurant and spend at least £12 on me. And so I'm probably going to have to do that as well as buying this motorcycle, which I haven't got a problem with because I like steak and I like a bit of an excuse to wear my suit. But wow, small dole. Good, not many people on the dole apparently. The fox, oh, I bet they do a well good steak. Is it bad that I'm just thinking about my belly? I'm out for this lovely ride with my best bud, and all I can think about is putting something in my gut. I want to eat the food. As you could probably tell, I'm a little bit ill. It's as if I'm dying a slow and painful death, whereby I cannot breathe through my nose. The girlfriend says I've got man flu and I'm being a wuss, however I beg to differ. I couldn't have caught it off anyone, unless I caught it off of her, in which case, darling, if you're listening, and I've caught this off of you, just, we're over. We are over. In the nicest possible sense. We're over. Until I get home. In which case then you can make me a nice cup of tea and eggs and soldiers. And you could give me a foot rub. A nice foot rub. Not one of those ones where it's all like nasty and you get the dead skin off, but a nice gentle massage on my foots. And my bum. My buttocks. My buttocks are killing me on this GSXR. Ah. He's so cute. He's my bae. I moved up to Norfolk from Braintree when I was 12. I moved up there on my 12th birthday. It was a shit birthday present to say the least. Me and the Rampant rider became very good friends, but then I moved to Essex again, and we didn't really talk for a little bit, purely because like we had things to do. We were both at school kind of thing and that sort of thing. Didn't really have the means to communicate. Like if we wanted to talk, we'd have had to have used our home phones and had our parents' permission. But yeah, so Then I got in touch with him on Facebook as I was about to do my bike license, and he'd only done his a few months before me, and he gave me some pointers and some tips and said, oh, I should come down and meet him and that sort of thing. And it was all really good fun. Went down, met up with him, and it was as if we hadn't ever been apart. It was really awesome. You know when you have that friend that it's just like you can not see for many months, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, hey dude, how you doing? And then it's like you never left each other. That's what it was like, except with bikes. So my first big bike was an SV650, and as I'm sure you all know, the Rampant rider had an SV650 in yellow, and I had mine in blue. It wasn't a thing that planned. I didn't plan to get the same bike as him. It just kind of happened. Oh, tell you what, this is not the bike for someone that's 6'4". I'm gonna need to get. If anyone knows of anyone that can make or has or wants to sell for cheap, preferably, a set of foot peg adjustment plates or a set of rear sets that can go like, I don't know, 2 inches lower and an inch back for a GSXR 600 K1, I would just be forever in debt. I mean, I'm in debt already anyway, but can we get some food now, please? For the purpose of this, I'm going to call him Rampy. I think Rampy is a good name, considering saying the Rampant rider every time is a ball ache, and I can't shorten it to TRR because that's just as ball achy. Where are we going, Rampy? Cut the video here because I'm not gonna lie, motorway riding is far from the most interesting thing in the world. Okay, so we are now at, well, almost at P&H Motorcycles, and there's a Subway. Oh my god, they've got a Subway. Oh, no fucks given about the bike shop. We are going Subway. We're going Subway! Quite some nice bikes here. And he's going to park right there, isn't he? Fucking dick.